Jesus, what did you do to him?
Steering wheel. When he arrived, the sight froze his blood. Cows, dozens of them, lay crushed and twisted. Bones snapped like twigs. The air smelled of iron and ozone. In the distance, the dry grass rippled, though there was no wind. Then he saw it. A shadow moving beneath the soil, like a ripple on water. Jake stepped back, reaching for his tranquilizer rifle. The ground exploded. A serpent the size of a city bus erupted from the earth, scales glinting under the moonlight.
What is the situation at Checkpoint Delta?
It coiled,
I repeat, what
hissed,
is our status?
and let out a low, thunderous growl, half animal, half mechanical. Jake fired. The dart bounced off harmlessly. The serpent's head snapped toward him, its golden eyes
Look at the
locking
monitors.
on.
It's spiking
Just as
across
it
the
lunged,
board. The
Blaze,
algorithm is
his tiger
sentient, and
roared
it's
from the
overriding the
transport
shutdown
cage.
codes.
The
We can't
serpent
stop it
paused,
now.
sensing something ancient and defiant. Jake hit the truck's emergency latch. The cage opened. Blaze leapt out, muscles rippling under the moon. The ground trembled as the tiger landed, its eyes glowing faintly with the remnants of genetic enhancement from past medical treatments. For a heartbeat, predator met predator. The serpent coiled. Blaze crouched. The world seemed to hold its breath. Then chaos exploded. Blaze charged, claws out. The serpent struck like lightning, its body whipping around, knocking down trees. Blaze slashed across its face, deep gouges spilling black-green blood that hissed as it hit the ground. Jake ran for cover behind the truck, yelling into his comms, "Cole! It's here. One of them's here." Static. Then Cole's voice, tight with fear. "Get out of there, Jake. You can't kill it, its cells regenerate." But it was too late. The serpent lunged again, wrapping around Blaze. The tiger roared, struggling, its claws raking scales, tearing muscle. The serpent tightened, bones creaking. "No!" Jake shouted. He grabbed a flare gun, firing directly into the serpent's eye. It screamed, the light reflecting across its golden scales like fire on water. Blaze tore free, limping but alive. The serpent reared back, hissing furiously, then burrowed into the
This
ground
might not
and
be enough,
disappeared, leaving a
but we
crater
have to
behind.
try.
Silence.
Command
The
to
only
all
sound
available
was
units.
Blaze's ragged
We have
breathing.
multiple
Jake
emergencies
knelt
active
beside
in Zone
him,
4.
placing a
I repeat,
hand on
immediate
his
response
fur.
requested.
"We're not ready for this," he murmured, "but we'll fight it." He looked up at the horizon. A dark storm brewed over the refinery's direction. Lightning flashed, and for a split second, he saw dozens of glowing shapes moving under the clouds. "DR." Cole's voice came again through the radio, barely audible. "Jake, it's not just one. He's released them all." Jake swallowed hard. "How many?" Paused. Then softly, "At least 1,000. Thunder cracked. Blaze lifted his head, growling toward the distance. Jake whispered, voice trembling with determination, "Then we'll need more than courage.
It had been
We'll
3
need a
days.
miracle." As the storm rolled closer,
You think he
the
started
camera
testing
would
already?
pan upward, showing the sky filled with lightning, shaped like serpents twisting through the clouds. The age of the mutant serpents had begun. Night had swallowed the Texas plains whole. The world felt quieter, darker, as if even nature was holding its breath. Inside what remained of Gentech Labs, the power hummed weakly from a backup generator. Monitors flickered with static, displaying heat signatures of something massive moving across the south border. DR. Ethan Cole stood alone in front of a cracked observation window, staring at the silhouette of Blaze, the tiger that had barely survived
He's
the
heading
serpent
south.
attack.
The oil
The creature lay
refineries.
inside a reinforced containment pod, his orange fur torn and blackened by acid burns. Each breath he took echoed through the lab like thunder. Jake Dawson stepped in quietly, his boots splashing in the puddle of disinfectant on the floor. His hands were trembling, still stained with dirt and serpent blood. "He's dying, Ethan," Jake said, voice low but breaking. "You've got to do something." Cole didn't turn. His reflection in the glass looked older, haunted. "I already did too much," he whispered. "Marcus used my work to create those monsters. Every cell of those serpents came from my designs." Jake's voice hardened. "Then fix it. Make something that can stop them." Cole turned sharply. You're asking me to repeat the same sin, Jake. To play God again. Jake stepped forward, eyes burning. No, I'm asking you to save what's left of this world. The two men stared at each other, one broken by guilt, the other driven by love and desperation.
Jake,
Between them,
status.
Blaze whimpered
taking
weakly,
heavy fire at
his
the
golden
LZ.
eyes flickering open. The tiger's gaze met
You
Jake's,
copy, Jake?
and for a moment, the room felt frozen in time. Jake knelt beside the containment pod. "You fought harder than any soldier I ever knew," he whispered. "Don't quit now, buddy. Not yet." Cole's jaw tightened. His conscience battled his fear. Then, quietly, he walked to the control terminal. "There's one unfinished protocol," he said. "Project Prometheus, a hybrid defense genome. I swore I'd never use it." "What does it do?" Jake asked. "It enhances cellular regeneration, muscle density, and neural response. It could heal him or kill him instantly." Jake looked down at Blaze. "Then we take the risk." The procedure began. Hydraulic arms locked around the pod.
You
The
did
lights
good,
dimmed
Blaze.
to crimson.
Look
Cole's
at what you
hands shook
accomplished.
as he loaded the Prometheus serum, a shimmering violet liquid, into the injector ports. Subject ID Blaze. Sequence alignment 78%. Initiating phase 1. He pressed the button. Instantly, Blaze convulsed. His roar shook the entire chamber. The monitors screamed warnings. Cellular overheat 200%. Metabolic spike critical. Jake pounded the glass. "He's in pain. Stop it." Cole shouted back. "If I stop it now, he dies." Electric arcs burst from the machines, dancing across the metal floor. The smell of ozone filled the room. Blaze's eyes glowed first orange, then blue. His heartbeat thundered like a drum. "Phase 2, Cole whispered. "God help us." The tiger's muscles expanded, bones reforming, for darkening to a deeper shade of ember. Steam rose from his body. The pod shattered under the pressure, glass exploding outward. Jake dove for cover. The room filled with smoke. For a moment, there was silence, then a deep, guttural growl rolled out from the mist. When the smoke cleared, Blaze stood, 15 feet tall, his chest broad as a truck, claws like blades of obsidian. His stripes glowed faintly under the emergency lights, pulsing
tell me
like
you have the
molten metal.
answer.
Jake stared
running out
in
of time.
disbelief. "Jesus, what
Are
did
you
you do
there?
to him?" "I didn't do this," Cole said quietly. "He did." Blaze looked around, dazed but alert. His breathing stabilized. He approached Jake slowly, the floor vibrating under each step. Jake raised his hand, palm out. For a moment,
Jake.
no one moved. Then
His
Blaze
adrenaline
leaned
levels are off
forward,
the charts,
pressing
Cap.
his massive
He's losing
head gently
control.
into Jake's palm, just like he did when he was a cub. Jake's eyes glistened. "You're still in there, aren't you?" Cole exhaled shakily, collapsing into a chair. The serum worked. Neural patterns are stable, but his strength, I can't predict the limits. Suddenly, an alarm blared. Motion sensors detected seismic activity approaching fast from the direction of the refinery. Cole's face drained of color. "They're coming." Jake looked at Blaze, then back at Cole. "Then we take him out there." "He's not ready. Neither are we." Jake loaded his rifle, slinging it over his shoulder. "If those things reach the towns, it's over. But if Blaze can stop them, even for a moment," Cole cut in, voice trembling, "you're turning him into a